Gamers! New series time, baby. This time, it's on Incredibox. Now, as a professional Incrediboxer and musical entrepreneur, I believe that I am the perfect candidate to rank all 180 Incredibox sounds from worst to best. Of course, just like any other massive undertaking, you gotta start small. So I'll be ranking every sound from just each version, which blows it down to 20 sounds a video. There are 9 versions, so it'll be best to jump right into it. Starting with beat 1, it's essentially the perfect beat. It combines a kick with a hi-hat. It also has a neat little hum that sort of acts like a secondary bass to the already existing main one. I don't think there could be a single song made in this version that doesn't have this beat and it would sound any good. 10 out of 10. Beat 2 is just another kick sound. It has a very aggressive pattern and some cool rolls, but it still does not accomplish nearly as much as the main kick, which is the beat 1. Thankfully, it pairs pretty well with it, so it's just okay. Beat 3 is quite weird. I think it's a snare sound, but I don't really know. It has some breathing sounds with a lot of echo, which are also kinda weird. It's still okay, and it's at the very least unique, and you do need a snare sound. Beat 4 is not a beat I'm a fan of. The sound it makes is like a popping a bubble or something? That's the closest I can give you. It's honestly not that good in my professional opinion, which is 100% accurate. Yeah. Beat 5 doesn't do a whole lot. You wait a minute. There it is. A cool drop. It's a solid drop overall, but they definitely lose their interest once you use them too much, and they don't do a whole lot besides, the little thing. Effect 1 is bad. The sound is awkward, the progression is awkward, and it even just looks awkward. It's like that one kid in middle school that they think they're your friend, but in reality, you're just the only kid that doesn't make fun of them. Effect 2 is pretty cool. It sounds like if Donald Duck tried to beatbox. Personally, I don't think Donald Duck would be a very good beatboxer. Effect 3. It exists. That's probably too big of a compliment. Effect 4, and finally, a bass. Pretty solid bass too. Nothing outstanding, but he does what he needs to, and he's the bass, so credit where credit is due. Effect 5 is more of a background melody than an actual effect, but honestly, I'm fine with that. It's more of a melody than a good portion of the actual melodies. Plus, it sounds really good. It fits in perfectly with the rest of the sounds, and I'm a sucker for a good background melody too. Nice. Melody 1 is very similar to Effect 1. The sound itself is damn near uncanny, but I think it definitely has a better progression, and it doesn't look brain dead. Still just mediocre though. Melody 2 was fine at first, until I realized something. In all of the mixes I've made in Alpha, which, keep in mind, I've probably made like a dozen or two, there has not been a single mix where I've used this sound. Never. I've even used Effect 1 a couple times. So yeah, not a good look. There's only one other sound in this version I can even say that about. Oh yeah, the sound itself isn't even that good. Melody 3 is the first mouth trumpet, baby, let's go! The sound is too loud, it's a little bit too repetitive, but hey, mouth trumpet. Melody 4 is decent. Cool sound, but one major flaw. It is completely outclassed by Melody 5, which is a better progression, a nicer sound, and plays for longer. Additionally, they don't sound good together, so you'll always pick Melody 5 over this one. Melody 4 is still okay. Its empty space allows for drops to be heard more clearly, but it's mostly outclassed. Not bad at all, though. Melody 5 is, well, as I kinda said earlier, just Melody 4 but better. Voice 1 is doing something. It's like Effect 3, playing at the same time, but instead of that weird, it's a nicer. However, this is the other sound I've never used in a mix before, so it still isn't good. Voice 2 is a rare one, boys. Humming. To be more specific, a bassy hum. It acts more like a secondary bass to the fourth effect, and when you play it at the same time, you see they complement each other nicely. But between this guy and the main bass, yeah, there's a reason I called the other one the main bass. Voice 3 is the first song in the version to say, well, words. The lyrics are pretty solid, decent delivery, and if you hear it closely, there are two voices singing at the same time. Did you catch it? Besides that, sound is good, but nothing that'll blow your socks off. Voice 4 is the opposite of Voice 3. The lyrics make no sense, like, tell me the right thing, who are you, a math teacher? The delivery could be considered too much, but damn does it pack a punch. I also like the little ending part. It really carries this sound to me. And finally, Voice 5. I feel like it takes the good lyrics of Voice 3 and the good delivery of Voice 4 and combines it to the ultimate lyric. And by ultimate, I just mean it's really good. There you go. All 20 sounds on Alpha, discussed and ordered by yours truly. I'm planning on making this a series, one video per version, and ending it with the complete worst to best ranking of all 180 sounds. For now though, thanks for watching, subscribe if you haven't, and brush your teeth twice a day. Preferably before work and before bed.